Hello everyone, I Kundan Chandrakar welcome to you all SWAYAM online course lecture on important do and don'ts for scaffolding work. Now coming today's lecture, in this video we are going to learn about do and don'ts for scaffolding, guidelines and general safety rules. Here are the content part. The first content is that important do and don'ts for scaffolding. Second is a 10 important scaffolding safety tips. Third is a general safety guidelines. And the last one is a scaffolding inspection checklist. Here are the first point, that is do for scaffolding. Let us discuss one by one each points. The first do is that do conduct training part. The first one is ensure that all workers involved in scaffolding are properly trained. It is a assemble and use of dismantling. This training should be cover safety practices and hazards recognized. Second is do follow manufacturer guidelines. Addressing to the manufacturer guidelines and specification for assembling and disassembling and using of scaffolding. Each system may have a specific requirement for safety. Third point is do inspection before use. Inspect scaffolding before each use. Check for any damage, missing components and issue that could compromise stabilities. Addressing any problem before allowing work to proceed. Next point is do use fall protection. Implement fall protection measures including guardrail, midrail and toy boards and personal fall arrested system like harness and leyland for worker at height. Next point is do secure platform. Ensure that scaffolding platform are fully planked and duct with there is no gap. Platform should be capable for supporting an intent load without tilting or collapsing. Next point is do follow weight limit. Be aware of the addressing to the weight limit specific of scaffolding manufacturer. This include considering both static and dynamic load such as the weight of worker, tool and material. Next important point, that is do use stable foundation. Set up scaffolding on a stable and level surface. Use base plate, mud rail and other appropriate means to ensure solid foundation. Avoid using unstable object and makeshift supports. Do provide access and egress. Provide safe access and egress from the scaffolding using ladder, stairways and other designs mean workers should not climb, cross brace and other non-designed area. Next point is do communicate effectively. Establish clear communication channel among worker on scaffolding. Use signals, radius and other communication devices. Coordinate actively safely. Next point is do use personal protective equipment. Ensure that worker wear personal protective equipment, that is PPE, include helmet, gloves, non-slip footwears and high visible goggles, etc. Here are the some scaffolding safety do provide proper training and orientation. Do inspect the scaffolding using a checklist and inspection app before the work shift to ensure it is safe and proper working condition. Do conduct a toolbox talk before beginning work. Do wear appropriate personal protective equipment. Do know the weight capacity of scaffolding. Do check inspection tag regularly. Do level the scaffolding after each move. Leg screw should not be exceed more than 12 inches. Do have a handhold positioned above the scaffolding. Do use the ladder safety when climbing the cross braces and scaffold access. Do stay off the scaffold during loading and unloading. Do follow the manufacturer manual contaminated instruction when erected the scaffolds, which and this process should be under the direction of supervision a competent and qualified person. Do ensure planking is secure and overlapping from movement. Do use debris chutes and lower thing by house or by hand. Do be mindful of their co-worker working above the below and their respectively platform at all times. The same goes with other working on the same scaffolding. Do use lanyards and safety belt while using 10 feet above ground level. Attach the safety belt and lanyards to certain part of scaffolds. Do use netting to catch anything that may fall from above. So these are our do parts. Let us discuss don't parts of don't for scaffolding. Let us discuss each and every point one by one. The first point is that don't use damaged equipment. Do not use damaged and defective scaffolding component. Inspect part before assembly and disassembly. Don't exceed weight limit. Never exceed the weight limit specified by the scaffolding manufacturer. Overloading can be compromise the stability of the structure. Next point is that don't work of addressing weather. Avoid working on scaffolding during adverse weather conditions such as strong winds, rain and snow. If work must continue, take additional precautions. Don't clamp on guardrail. Workers should not clamp on guardrail or use scaffolding components for purpose other than their intended designs. Next point is that do improvise support. Do not use unstable object or makeshift supports to increase the height of scaffold. Always use proper component provided by next manufacturer. Don't neglect fall protection. Do not neglect fall protection measures. Fall from height can result in serious injury or fatalities. Don't ignore communication. Do not neglect clear communication among workers. Miscommunication can lead to accident and injuries. Next point is don't omit training. Do not allow untrained and inexperienced individually to work there and around of scaffolding. Training is essential for safety. Next point is don't remove guardrail prematurely. Do not remove guardrail on safety features premature. Only authorized person should make modification. Next point is don't rush assembly or disassembly. Take the necessary time to properly assemble and disassemble scaffolding. Rushing this process can lead to error and accidents. Always prioritize safety and addressing to relevant regulation and guidelines when working with scaffolding. Regular training, inspection and communication are key to safe scaffolding environments. Here are some summary parts for scaffolding don'ts. So let us discuss one by one. Don't leave anything for scaffolding after using. Don't overload the scaffold. Don't use unstable objects such as boxes, concrete block and loose brick on support scaffolding. Increase your work height or planks. Don't stand on ties, extension and guardrail. Don't use of scaffold if it is appear unstable or damaged. Its components are missing such as guardrail, planking, debris net and protective couplers and toy boards. Don't walk scaffolding planking covering in mud, ice or snow. Don't use of scaffold during the bad weather condition, example heavy rain, snow, strong wind and sleet. Don't climb step on any portion of scaffold frame that not intended for climbing or stepping. Don't climb with any material or tool in your hand. Instead, they should be hoisted up to the scaffolding separately. Don't run out of the guardrails. Don't jump from or between scaffolding frames. Don't throw any overboard unless a spotter available. Don't move a mobile scaffolds when in use, especially if any is on it. Don't rock the scaffold when in use. So let us discuss 10 important scaffolding safety tips. Let us discuss one by one. Safety is always a top concern when working at height, especially in a construction industry. That's why it's essential to enforce scaffolding safety procedure to avoid potential accidents. Here are 10 scaffolding safety tips to keep in mind. The first one is use proper safety equipment. Personal protective equipment is crucial when working on scaffolding. This includes gloves, hard hat, safety goggles, safety glasses, and reciprocated protection systems. Next point is inspect the scaffolding regularly. Before each work shift, conduct a thorough inspection of scaffolding using a checklist or inspection app. Be sure the check of any damage, loose connection, and other potential hazards. Third point is that follow the manufacturer instruction. When erecting scaffolding, always follow the manufacturer instruction to the letter. A qualified and competent person should supervise this process. Next important point, be wary of load limit. Scaffolding have weight limit for a reason. Exceeding them can lead a collapse, so be a check load limit for your specific scaffolding and never exceed it. Keep the work area clean. Scaffolding can be clutter and dangerous place. Be sure to keep the work area clean, debris, tool, and other materials. Next important point is that stay organized. When working on scaffolding, it is important to stay organized and keep track on your tool material. This will help to avoid trip hazards and other potential hazards. Next important point, get proper licensing. If you are working on scaffolding in public place, you need to get a proper licensing from the local authorities. If you are working with contractor, make sure they have proper license to work in this particular area. Next important point, be mindful of the weather. When working on scaffolding, always be mindful on the weather condition, strong winds, heavy rain and snow. The other several weather conditions can be serious threaten scaffolding stabilities. Next point is have a safety plan. Always wear a safety plan in place in case of accident. This plan should be include emergency number, excavation process, and first aid protocols. The next important point is that use data MIT. The best way to ensure worker safety when using scaffolding is the conduct inspection using checklist to ensure that all procedures are being followed. Data MIT and it digital clipboard software can help you in that regard. As a workflow automation software, the DataMyth digital clipboard can create workflow, checklist, smart form, and even software that will help you conduct a relevant safety inspections and follow all safety procedure for scaffolding and much more. To learn more about how the DataMyth digital keyboard can improve worker safety in your company, to learn more about the DataMyth digital clipboard can improve worker safety day by day. Let us discuss the next important point, that is general safety guidelines. Scaffolding use always required caution and mindfulness regardless of the weather. Some basic rule of scaffolding that you should know before beginning of your project are. The first is avoid working in poor weather condition or extreme temperature whenever possible. Check the weather forecast before erecting and using or dismantling scaffolding and monitor conditions throughout the day. Ensure workers have plenty or break throughout their shift, especially during increments weather or extreme temperature. Require the use of PPE for all workers on a around scaffolding, including anti-slip shoes, grips, gloves, and hard hat. Always operate within all safety guidelines, recommendations, and laws. Encourage worker to maintain 3 points of contact on scaffolding at all times. Always use handrail and guardrail when working on scaffolding. Never use scaffolding for anything other than its intended use. Inspect your scaffolding condition and stabilities often. Work with licensed and injured and experienced contractor. Always conduct safety briefing with worker before beginning our task. Never erect or use scaffolding on weak, threatening, and uneven ground. Ensure all workers undergo throughout training before accessing scaffolding. Know your weight limit and remember to know the weightage of tool, equipment and material worker. Secure and brass scaffolding according to the regulation. Always required harness when working on scaffolding during the inclement conditions. Consult a professional scaffolding company for training, installation and safety inspection. Have a professional installation service assemble your scaffolding before uses. Let us discuss the last and important main point, that is scaffolding inspection checklist. A scaffolding inspection checklist is a valuable tool for ensuring the safety and structural integrity for scaffolding structure. This checklist can be used by competent individuals such as a scaffolding inspector or supervisor to conduct regular inspection before each use. After alternation and at regular interval, here are the general scaffolding inspection checklist. Scaffolding general information, date and time inspection, record the date and time of inspection, location, specification of location of the scaffolding on construction site, scaffolding components, scaffolding type, which type of scaffolding you are using, identify the type of scaffolding, example frame, tube, coupler and system scaffolding, manufacturer and model, note the manufacturer and model number of this particular scaffolding components, material, check the all scaffolding component made from appropriate material, steel, aluminum, example, foundation and base plate, ensure the base plate are in place of manufacturer and properly secured. Mud steels, verify the use of mud steel when required for stability. Level surface, confirm that the scaffolding setup is stable and level surface. Scaffolding structure, vertical member structure, horizontal member, diagonal bracing, guardrail and toy boards. Mid-rail, ensure mid-rail are properly installed at all appropriate height. Platform planking, check the platform planking is that good condition, free from damage and properly secured. Platform decking, confirm the entire platform fully decked without any gap. Platform stabilities, ensure that platform are stable and free from any sign of movement and swapping. Access point, confirm the presence of safe and secure access point and egress. Structural stabilities, overall stabilities, access the overall stabilities of the scaffolding structure. Ties and anchoring, inspect ties and anchoring for proper installation and secure attachment. Next point is a special consideration, weather condition. Evaluate the impact of weather condition on scaffolding stabilities. Dynamic load, consider the dynamic load such as worker movement and material being transferred. Inspection record, previous inspection review record of the scaffolding previous inspection. Action team, record any issues identifying during the inspection and document action taken. Additional consideration, environmental consideration and emergency procedure. This checklist is a general guide and essential to tailor. It is a specific requirement of scaffolding types. Local regulation and the manufacturer guidelines regular through inspection help the identify potential issue, early contribution to a safe working environment. With this, we will end our today's lecture here. Thank you for your patience and we will meet in our next lecture. Thank you.